Hey guys, it's Will here. Just wanted to talk about cryptocurrencies. There's a lot going on right now. And I like to show my results to kind of inspire you to get involved in cryptocurrencies. I'm not obviously giving you investment advice, but just what I'm doing and what's happening a little bit with the market. So, first thing I'll show you is the portfolio I have. Instead of buying like the Bitcoin, like say getting an address, private key, and all that stuff on exchanges and moving it to your cold storage, I just went with eToro, which allows you to buy Bitcoin, but they have this thing called contract for difference where you're like a derivative. And so you buy 5,000 minimum and it's up. I've made 69, 67. That's US. So for me, that's even more in Canadian, but it's up 139.5%, which is unbelievable. And it's only been a couple of months. And when I first bought it, it was actually down. So the crypto fund is made up of 7 cryptocurrencies. So that includes Bitcoin Cash was the latest one they added. But if I would have just bought Bitcoin or Ethereum, I would have missed huge gains in, like if you look at Litecoin right now, it says 490%. And Bitcoin's up 149% since I bought it, 105, 200 for Dash, 113. I mean, these are insane gains in the terms of what typical stocks would do. And I didn't know this. At first it was down and I was a little bit discouraged, but it's really gone crazy. So if we look at I have a watch list where I watch certain things. Just even overnight, Litecoin went up 76%. But what's happening? A lot of Bitcoin is the daddy of all this stuff. It's the first one that came out 2008, and right now there's some problems. There's transactions are piling up. There's a mempool, like a temporary place where they sit before they're processed, and people are taking the ones that are giving the highest fees, transaction fees. So the fees are quite high, and the time to process transactions are quite slow. So then you had this Bitcoin Cash come out, and they were trying to make things better, but there's a lot of debate between these two guys. And then there's this Litecoin, which has really gone crazy. And Charlie Lee, he made some tweaks to the Bitcoin code, and that seems to be picking up steam. So also on Sunday night there was Bitcoin futures, so I was worried that things would they would short Bitcoin and it would go down like crazy, but it seems to be having minimal effect, and actually it's been going up after a bit of initial decline. So with this eToro, what I do is I use my credit card. There's one of them that worked. Other ones they won't accept. They won't let you transfer money to this company because it's kind of a derivatives trading site. But you can also do a wire transfer, and there's a social component where people can copy you, or you can copy people. So the easiest thing, like I just did a copy fund, and I did this big tech and global ETF. So they're down just a little bit, zero point 0.5 and 0.03, but and I am tempted to move all my money into crypto, and I also have more money outside that I potentially want to put in, and I might do that. But yeah, so there's a lot of other cryptocurrencies and tokens and stuff that you should look into, and I still need to look into, and they all have value. Like, so what I suggest is looking at each coin and determining, what do you think about it? What's the team like from what you can tell, like technical abilities, market, sort of the CEO levels, or the management, technology, like what is it doing? What is it trying to solve? There's a lot of different communities, like certain things are getting into lending, or money transfers, or anonymous. Like Bitcoin's not really truly anonymous because you can track people through the exchanges, but there are anonymous cryptocurrencies. So it's hard to say what's going to happen. So I use kind of an analogy to the early internet where there's a huge potential and you don't really know who's going to win. You can look back and say Amazon or whatever, but they went for years and years, and they didn't make any money, and there's probably a lot of negativity about it. But and Facebook's and some of these companies came out later, so there's still lots of time. It's not too early as far as the technology and what's going to happen. We're not sure who's going to win. and what new solutions will come along. But if you get into the space and you learn about it, you can hopefully get involved earlier. Like I regret missing out on so many things, Facebook, Amazon, Google, things that I used and really knew right away. Like I was using Google search pretty early, but I didn't get involved. So now I'm getting into like Tesla, and I mean, some people think that's overpriced or you don't know but it's based on future expectation. And Tesla has like solar panels, electric cars. They have these semi trucks now. There's potentially self-driving, the battery, the Powerwall, which is a battery for storing electricity. So lots of cool stuff going on in this space. And by investing, putting a bit of money in, you can, inspire you to learn about this area. And don't put all your money into this area of crypto. It's 5%, 10% maybe. I don't even have that much into this, so, but I might put more in, but it's still going to be not a huge percentage of my portfolio. So it's kind of like the fun money, and it's really exciting, and I didn't expect it to go up, and it's right now you can see it's 138%. I mean, that's absolutely insane in the last 2 months. And it's tempting, it's emotional, like, should I take my money out, should I get out? If I take all my money out, then I'm not going to be involved in this market, or I wait for a crash and buy in. But what if it doesn't crash and it goes up tons, and then you miss out? So it's just a lot of uncertainty, but it's fun to just get in, and I'm pretty much going to stay in and just ride this out. So, and if it does drop a lot, you could potentially buy in if it makes sense for that particular crypto, if you think it's going to be a good crypto, because there's a lot of emotion and speculation. A lot of people are getting into this market and they don't understand what they're doing, or they don't even know what Bitcoin is, and that's true. So people think there's a bubble, but there's a lot of value in this blockchain and the cryptocurrency. So, all right, that's all I wanted to say for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Talk to you later.